what's the difference between soulmates and twin flames, and maybe by the end of the video you will have a better idea of what you would like to choose, if you should choose between a soulmate or a twin flame. Good, so let's jump into it. So let's talk about soulmates. Soulmates are like partners that you have in your life. And the partnership that you can have with a soulmate can or cannot be romantic.
No, it cannot be romantic.
Well, yes, you can experience it being romantic, but you know, you can or cannot have it romantic. So for example, your parents might be your soulmates. If you have like a really close relationship with your parents and you get each other very well, they might be soulmates. Also, friends or like business partners, they can be your soulmates. And with soulmates, you have like a very deep connection. You can work very well together, and sometimes people go into a romantic direction with this relationship as well. Yeah.
But we personally don't recommend that. We see the soulmate relationships, as Alexandra said, they're just partnerships. It's not really romantic. It's not meant to be romantic. And that's the difference here, is that like to soulmates, their purpose itself is not for you to forever stay together with this soulmate. At some point you'll part ways. Therefore, if there is a romantic relationship, at some point you have to break it. So I don't know if you desire that, but we don't really recommend that, but it's to your choice.
Kind of like the key element here is that soulmate relationships are not meant for them to be forever. And of course, you can look at this in a very abstract way and be like, okay, but maybe my grandparents have been together all their life, so they must be twin flame, right? Because they didn't break up. Well, yes and no, like it depends, because this kind of partnership can be life-lasting, but we are looking here from your like soul perspective and the many lifetimes that you have and the many lives you incarnate in. So just the fact that you see a couple that they have been together for a long time doesn't mean necessarily that they are twin flames. That might be just soulmates that have a really beautiful partnership there and a very strong agreement to stay together in that relationship, no matter if they feel good or not. That's a key element here.
Yeah.
And moving into like twin flames are meant to be your eternal partner. So even if soulmates can be your partners in different ways, you know, they are mostly relationships that may come and go. You cannot really make a soulmate stay with you if they like deny the connection at some point. You cannot be like, oh no, you have to be with me right now, or you have to stay or you have to be my best friend, or you have to be anything like that. You cannot really do that, you know. It's not appropriate with anybody actually. But with a soulmate, you know, you really have no power or choice, because a soulmate is a different
soul, a different consciousness.
A different consciousness, yeah. And you cannot like make a choice for a different consciousness. You can only make choices for your own consciousness. And this is where twin flames come in, because with your twin flame, even if you're like separate souls, you don't have the same soul, but you have the same consciousness. So that means that when you make a choice to be with your twin flames will always make the same choice with you. So therefore, when you choose to be with your twin flame will automatically choose to be with you as well. It's instant choosing, is the same thing. So yeah, because of this, your twin flame relationship can be eternal, because it's always in your power to choose to be with your twin flame or not.
Oh.
Yeah.
And not just that, but whenever you choose what's best for you, your twin flame will come closer to you. And that's the key here, that the more you go towards what you really enjoy in life, the more your twin flame will come next to you. So you cannot really avoid this relationship even if you want to.
Yeah, if you want to have love into your life, if you want to experience God into your life, if you desire to have this deeper relationship into your life, then the twin flame relationship is what you are actually seeking here. And even if you might try to avoid it or deny it in the beginning, if you truly like desire to be with love fully and completely, there's nothing that can keep your twin flame away from you. Yeah,
exactly. So it's safe for you to look into your heart, what you really desire here, and just go with that.
Yeah. And I really want to like share something more here about twin flames and what they are for you. And again, this is like another difference between a twin flame and a soulmate. So a twin flame is specifically designed for you. A twin flame is created for you to be your perfect partner, to be your perfect lover, to be your best friend, to be your teacher, and to be your student. This person is created for you. This soul, this entire being is created for you. And you can choose to experience this level of love into your life right now. And with soulmates, you will not experience the same level of compatibility as you would with a twin flame, because soulmates are not created to be for you. You might find like soulmates that are really close to what your twin flame would be like, or they would have different kinds of like qualities, that your twin flame has, So it's nothing bad if you're like with a soulmate right now. It's not a problem. But if you truly desire like the juiciest love that you can experience, then you're actually seeking your twin flame. And in your soulmate relationship, if you are in one, you will notice that at some point you will hit either a bottom or a ceiling, depending how you want to look at it, in growing into love. You cannot go deeper. You cannot rise higher than that. You cannot overcome a certain level, because the compatibility between you and a soulmate is not perfect. It's not created to be perfect, because it's not meant for you to be with a soulmate in that way.
Exactly.
But with your twin flame, there is no limit on your compatibility. And it might seem like that because, my twin flame is not with me and they're upset, or I'm upset, or we're not communicating, he's blocking me, or anything like that. Yes, because there are upsets and blocks that need to work through in order for you to experience that level of love.
Yeah.
That level of love is something that you earn with your twin flame. You have to work through your upsets in order for you to achieve that. And it's not saying like, you have to work so much and it's so hard. It's not hard, but you have to acknowledge that you have to put a little bit of sweat into it, right?
Yeah, it's quite something though, but the difference is that with a soulmate, you may just like at the beginning, you're just gonna have an easy time. It's just gonna be easy to live with them, but in the long run, it's not gonna last. But with a twin flame, it's gonna be maybe more bumpy at the beginning.
Yeah.
But then once you look at it in the long run, it's more beneficial, because if you think about a soulmate, well, if I have a twin flame, well, what about that person? Mm-hmm. Well, they have a twin flame as well. So the soulmate that you are with, or maybe you're not, like has a twin flame as well. So then what? So if both of you choose to find love and like seek the most and best thing for each other, at some point anyway you will go each other with their twin flames. Mm-hmm. So everyone has a twin flame.
Exactly, and this is why it's a process of revelation until you find your twin flame. I think people can get maybe a little bit stuck up, like this person is my twin flame and I'll make it work no matter what. And they do a lot of work and you do a lot of work and nothing seems to move absent some time. You might go through really serious blocks, but also you might experience like a false twin flame. We will make a different video about false twin flames. But basically you are attributing the title of twin flame to somebody who's not your twin flame. So therefore you again will experience the same thing as with a soulmate. You will try to go deeper, you will try to heal, you would want to be together, you would want to partner more, you would want to experience deeper level of romance, you know, or go deeper in any area of your lives. But at some point you would hit a wall.
And you will either like grow beyond that relationship, or settle for that.
Yes.
So
yes, because in divine truth, and this is probably something that maybe twin flames might experience at some point in their journeys as well, it's this belief that you cannot have good. So therefore you have your life, you know, for example, like I will give an example with money because it's like kind of easy to understand because it's numbers, but it's really with everything in your life. It's not just about money. So for example, for all of your life, you have earned a salary, you know, each and every month you have received, let's say, $5,000, right? And you have grown into that. So it was not from the beginning. It was not like that. In the beginning, you had like $1,000 per month and you easily grew into $5,000. Well, who says that you cannot grow into $600,000?
600,000?
Well, yes. $6,000, right? Who says like you cannot grow into that? And we might feel conditioned at some point to stop growing, to stop going deeper, to stop having dreams altogether, or go deeper and make our dreams come true. But that's not true.
Because you're like, if you think like, okay, if this kind of job is paid this much, this is the maximum amount that I can receive from this kind of job, it's kind of limiting you to like how much you can earn.
Yes.
But that's kind of like a soulmate job, if you want to say that. But with your life purpose, you can grow that amount constantly. Like that's...
Yeah, well, this was just like an example to make like a very like clear distinction here, you know. And I'm not saying like this cannot happen to twin flames because again it's a conditioning, but just for you to understand the concept, you know. At some point in your life you might think like, oh, I cannot have more than this. $5,000, this is the maximum I can earn. Nobody else is earning more than this. I cannot go past this point, you know. And this is usually where we get tripped up, and you really have to see if the person that you're with, you know, or you're thinking that it's your twin flame is actually your twin flame. Is that you say like, no, let's move through this point. I know it can be better than this. I know that we can have that $6,000 income, right? Well, with a soulmate, at some point it will fall away. You will not be able to grow like this. With a twin flame, you can endlessly go together and go like 5, 6, 7, 8, how much you desire. You know, there is no end to this level of growing that you can have with your twin flame. And it's not just about money. I hope you know. It's about love, romance, partnership, friendship, you know, everything, learning, growing together in all areas.
So I feel like we stated all the reasons that we have.
Yeah, we don't have like a really comprehensive list this time. It's just more like a discussion for you to take a lot of points into account. I hope you enjoy this type of video as well.
Thank you everyone for watching.
See you in the next video.
Perfect.
Bye bye.